Hey guys, how's it going? So I wanted to do a video today on how to um, be able to safely look at purchasing. I want to talk specifically about livestock guardian dogs online. Um, and I'll tell you why. So the reason that I decided to do this content today is because I'm I'm an admin on a Facebook page that deals with Anatolian Shepherd dogs. And one of the biggest hurdles that I face is trying to keep scammers out and try to figure out who's legit and who's just a big liar pants. So today I had somebody reach out to me and say that, they had dealt with these individuals. They were pretty sure they were scammers. So I went through and it was like within a matter of minutes, all five of them were fake. And so I got rid of them. So it's really hard this day and age to feel like you can safely do this. Um, Gone are the days when you can go through the want ads in your newspaper and just be like, oh yeah, look, this looks good, and call the number and then go and have a sale go through. That just we rely on the internet now for so many different things, and it can be scary, and everybody is kind of twitchy about scammers. So I wanted to kind of talk about ways to protect yourself and to not waste your time and money. So one of the first things that I find people get really hot around the collar about is the topic of deposits. Some people will say anybody that asks for a deposit is automatically a scammer. And other people, say, no, that's not the case. So let's talk about that for a second. So, for me personally, I breed Anatolian Shepherd dogs. I'm legit, I'm real, I'm an ethical breeder, and I always um, demand or demand is harsh, but require deposits on all of my puppies. It's just a way of protecting myself because there's just as many scammer buyers as there are scammer sellers. So you have to prepare yourself on both sides, honestly. Um, so don't right away because somebody asks for a deposit rule them out because that doesn't mean that they're always fake. Now, if as soon as you reach out to that person, the first thing that they bring up is putting a deposit down, that's a red flag. But after you've gone back and forth and you've talked about things and maybe you feel comfortable about things, then when the topic of a deposit is brought up, don't automatically run for the hills. So, in my situation at least, if you put a deposit down, you're going to get a contract with that. And that's a contract that we both have to sign. And that just, again, protects both of us. And then when that puppy is completely paid off, then you'll get a different contract filled out that says that that puppy has been paid in full. So just because somebody wants a deposit, don't automatically get freaked out and scared and checked out because that doesn't always mean bad things. The second thing that you're going to want to do is really exhaust every single question that you can possibly have. I vet my potential buyers just as much as when I'm on the other end, I'm vetting somebody that I may be purchasing from. So make a list. I have a running script basically that I ask people when I'm in the market looking for a puppy. And I flat out tell them ahead of time, look, this is going to be like the Spanish Inquisition here. I am going to ask you 5 million questions. So just buckle up because it's going to be a long one. And a decent breeder, a legit person, is not going to be turned off by that. They're going to say, haha, okay, sure. And they'll answer all of your questions. And it's not going to be a big eye roll situation where you feel like you're really putting them out by asking questions because you're not. That is their job to answer every single question that you might have. Ask for pictures, ask for videos, ask for footage with them talking in it. You want to make sure that they're not just pulling stock pictures that you can find on Google. You want to make sure they're not doing the same with videos or other people's websites that maybe they're going off of. So ask for real-time videos, lots of interaction. That's really, really important. And it should be timely. It shouldn't be where you ask questions and they don't get around back to you for a couple days. Now, I understand life happens and people get busy and people have lives outside of whatever, but as a breeder, as a seller, that's kind of your job. So if I'm asking questions, I want them answered, and I don't want to feel like I have to nag at you to get them answered. If you feel like that, next, go on to the next one. Um, oh, if they say that they're registered with AKC, ask for those pictures. Ask them for proof of it. That shouldn't be some secretive thing that they don't want to share, because that's all public knowledge on the AKC database. So ask for pictures of that. If they're OFA'd, which means that they've had X-rays done of their hips and elbows, ask for pictures of that too. That also is all public information on the OFA's database. They should have no problem sharing that with you either. Also, as far as pictures go, I'm not saying that every single picture that you get should be a perfectly stacked picture of a puppy going into ready to go into a show ring, but if the pictures you're getting are of dogs in fecal matter, of mom and dad on 4-foot chains, don't walk, run, and probably report them to somebody, because that's not okay. And definitely, if you're seeing this on like a group page on Facebook, reach out to whoever those admins are and let them know, because we want to make sure that situations like that aren't promoted and out there, because it's not good and it's not safe. The next thing, don't be afraid to just stalk, stalk, stalk. Not everybody has a website, not everybody has a web page, and that's okay. But look at their Facebook pages, check and see what they're up to, what they're about. You can get a really good feel on people just by looking at their pictures. It's usually really a really good window into their lives, and if they're real and if they're just phony pants. And finally, just trust your gut. If your gut is saying something doesn't feel right here, don't do it. Um, Most of these dogs are not $50 dogs. We're talking a decent amount of money, and I work hard for my money. And when I am in the market to purchase a puppy, that's usually something that I've had to save for, that I've had to put money aside for, and I don't take it lightly. So I'm not just going to be, tossing money around. So just really listen to your gut. If you feel like you're being pressured at all, if they're like, hey, you need to make a decision right now, no, no. If it's meant to be, it'll be. And if you feel rushed, it's not meant to be. Especially if you may potentially be buying a puppy sight unseen. The majority of my stock came from in other parts of the country, so I've had to rely on transporters and deliveries and stuff like that. So especially in a situation like that, lots and lots of videos, lots and lots of pictures. And don't, like I said, don't be afraid to ask a lot of questions. Um, a good seller will have no problem spending time with you, answering questions for you. Don't be afraid to ask for old school communication over a phone. People still do that, not just texting. So just take your time, ask for references too, ask for what vet they use. They should have some type of an established relationship with the vet. So just don't feel rushed, don't be pressured. Um, there's always other sellers out there. Um, Take your time and make sure you're comfortable with your purchase. And when in doubt, don't be afraid to ask other people in the community that maybe might know. Ask for other connections in the community. A lot of times, good breeders or bad breeders, it ends up being a small world, and we all know about it. So don't be afraid to just ask lots of questions, lots of references, and try to enjoy the process as much as you can. If you have any questions, don't be afraid to reach out, and I'm always available too. And just good luck out there, guys.